Hey there, it is day 4 of lesson 13 now. So this is the guided practice portion, and I kind of think about the guided practice and independent practice as getting ready for the quiz. So just know that the warm-up problems for the guided practice and the independent practice on these videos will be problems that are kind of like the quiz problems that you'll have. All right, so today we're going to continue to work on percent problems. We're going to do some percent increase, some percent decrease, and some percent error. And we'll take a look at a few different models. I decided today just to kind of put up a little slide that has all 8 math practices. I sometimes talk about that, but then I don't always have all 8 in front of you. So this time I just have them in a list. So we're really probably going to focus more on 1 today, making sense of problems and persevering in solving them. And I'm thinking number 7 too, looking for and making use of structure. We've been taking a look at quite a bit of math, and we haven't talked about structure much, but structure is something like how multiplication and division are related, how we can figure out percents utilizing decimals. These types of things are structure in mathematics, and the more you're paying attention to that, the more accurate you can be in your answers and the easier they are to solve. All right, so let's move along. Of course, as always, I want you to hand in your work. All right, so get yourselves ready to document your work on this video however you've decided to do that. All right, oh yeah, I forgot. We're doing a solve me puzzle today as well as a quiz-like problem. All right, let's take a look at this first. These are kind of fun, right? And I've had some people saying, I want some more things to do. I'm getting kind of bored at home here. So I took this from the website solveme.edc.org. I have the web link. It's kind of small, but on these pictures. And this is one of the mobile pictures or mobiles. If the mobile is horizontal, that means it's balanced. So what's on one side of it matches what's on the other. So if you're looking at this, these 2 green moons match these 2 teardrops in that trapezoid, right, in terms of their weight. So see if you can figure out how much the trapezoid has to equal, right? And then I'll just kind of talk you through this a little bit. Well, you get 2 crescent moons here, so that must be worth 10. There's a little astronomy. Are these waxing or waning? Right? Here's the way I remember that. They're lit on the left, so they're losing light, so they're waning. Waning crescents. That means they're heading towards a new moon. Okay, that's enough science. All right, so back to this. This must be equal to 10. So that means this, all of these together, also must be 10. So if this is 2 and this is 2, that's 4. So this must be what? You got it. Correct answer is 6. All right, try one of these on your own. Here we go. All right, I've got 2 here. Let me just move my face out of the way. So try these 2 puzzles. All right, I'm going to pause the video, or you should pause the video, and then when you've got them solved, get it going again. All right, here are the answers. All right, I hope you figured this one out. I didn't tell you because I wanted to see if you could figure this out on your own. 20 means this is the amount of weight that this whole thing is carrying, so each side is worth 10. Oh, okay. So then the circle and the triangle together equal 10. And then 2 of the circles and 2 of the trapezoids also equal 10. All right. So I just wanted you to kind of think about that yourself. So that's why I didn't tell you. So I hope some of you figured that out on your own. If not, you'll know next time we decide to do one of these trapezoid puzzles, you'll have it. If you like that site, there's all sorts of fun math puzzles on that. Some good logic. Okay, so this problem here, let's go down by this guy working on the computer. All right, this problem here is the one that's actually going to be very similar to a problem that you'll have on the quiz. All right, so I want you to read it while I read it out loud. I'm going to talk you through it a little bit, but I want you to take the time to try and solve it. All right, so Mark estimates how long it will take him to complete today's video lesson. He decides to time it to the nearest minute. The lesson takes him 35 minutes. The percent error in Mark's estimate is less than 15%. Decide whether each of the estimates could have been Mark's estimate. Right, so in a way, this is one of those types of problems where you're given the answer And then you have to figure out kind of like the problem. So hint, I've given you the equation for the percent error. So you find the amount of error over the actual amount. That gives you the percent. So I might do some trial and error, right? That's one thought. If it was 45 minutes, how many minutes different is that? Well, 10. Right, well, figure out if that's within the 15, or I would say under 15. It has to be under 15. It can't even be 15. All right, so that's one way to do it. Anyway, I'm going to leave you to solve it. Pause this. You're looking for each of these. I want you to, be able to justify your answer. This should be written down as problem 1 in your work. And please make sure you're showing all of your work. And then when you're ready, we'll go ahead and double check. All right, so here are the answers. And if you had some trouble with this, I'd be okay if you wrote on your paper what I have here. All right, I can understand why this one might have been a little bit tricky. So here's one way of doing it. All right, I just for each one figured out what the error would be. So if you look at the 45, that's off by 10 minutes. So the error is 10. So 10 divided by 35, if you look over way at the left, you're looking way over at that left column, 10 divided by 35 gave me 0.286, or 286 thousandths to be specific. Right? And then when I made that into a percent, that's 28.6%. Right? Well, that's larger than 15. So that's a big no. Well, B, 25 minutes, that's also off by 10 minutes. So it's just the same calculation. You don't even need to do it twice, all right? That's also going to be a no. One of them's higher, one's lower, but both of them are off by 10. All right, so you can see with the 30, that's only off by 5. And when I divided that, I got 143 thousandths, which is 14.3%. So yes, it could be that it was 30 minutes. 20 minutes was off by 15. That ended up being 15 divided by 35, 429 thousandths, or 42.9%. No way, way too high. 38 minutes, well, that's awfully close, right? That's a really very close to his estimate. So 3 out of 35, or 3 over 35, gave me 0.086, or 86 thousandths. That's just 8.6 hundredths, or 8.6%. So yes, that works. And then the last one was 40 minutes. The error is 5 minutes, so 5 divided by 45 gave me 143 thousandths, or 14.3%. So yes, that one works. So it is no, yes, no, yes, yes. All right. Okay, you will have a problem very similar to this on an upcoming lesson quiz. So one thing I might do if you get to that is review this. All right, and the lesson quiz is formative, and also where it's remote learning, I would say you use your resources more. All right, so this slide could be used as a resource on that problem. All right, here's what I'd like you to do now. All right, I'd like you to number your paper 15 through 17. I'd like you to work on these problems. I'm going to move my face in just a minute so it's not right in the way. Make sure you're looking at the problem in the upper left about Juan. That's talking about a percent increase. All right, try to make sense of that problem first before you do these. All right, and I want to see all your work. All right, so pause the video for this, and when you're ready, go ahead and move on to the next one. I'll move my face right here. All right, pause the video and work on this, like I said, and then when you're ready, I'll see you in a minute. All right, so if you're looking, the answers are here. I'm going to move my face over to the example. All right. I want you to look at the way the teacher's text solved these. Let me get that out of there. All right, so again, I'd like you to pause. I want you to look back through your work. I want you to see what you did. And if you had any trouble with it, or you have any questions on it, I'd like you just to circle it. You can also email me or email your teachers if you have any trouble with any of this and you're really not sure. I'm checking my email usually between 8 and 3 every day. And I'll be happy to answer you. If it's after 3, I might not be checking my school email, but I'll try to get back to you the next day. Right, it'd be good for you to ask any of these questions before you take the quiz. All right, once you have finished checking your answers, so of course I'm going to want you to pause this again. pause, and then once you've finished and you've circled your mistakes and that type of thing, go ahead and start the video again. All right, so here's that last slide that I'm always showing. Please hand your work in. All right, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. All right, see you for day 5.